Hey, welcome or welcome back. Today I'd like to invite you to take a DOS video gaming quiz with me. 15 amazing tracks, 15 games, 30 seconds each, let's see if you can get them all. It's all in good fun naturally, but you'll be able to check your results at the end of the video. So, without further ado, let's crank up the volume. Yep, it's Lemmings to the Tribes. Perhaps not as good a game as the original, and suffering a little from overabundance of skills, but in the end who doesn't want to save these little pesky rascals? I mean, just look at them. Aren't they cute? Don't you just want to hug and squeeze them till they stop moving? Oh, that got dark quickly. Perhaps I too am one of the traps they can fall into. Either way, 12 different teams of 10 levels each gives us 120 stages of puzzling goodness. Hail to the king, baby! But of course, it's Duke 3D. I mean, he's the toughest, the coolest and the most 90s hero that there ever was. Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, forget them all, it's all about Duke. And his game is at least as cool as he is, maybe twice as much. The levels are super fun designed, the enemies are unique and the weapons, ooh. I mean, shrink ray that allows you to change your enemies into puny tiny creatures that you can just stamp on? Need I say more? I do not. Man, you're so smart. Yeah, it's Settlers 2 that's responsible for this chilling tune. And can you imagine a better music to build your kingdom to? I know I can't. This short track is forever engraved in my brain, and whenever I hear it, all I can think of are small workers running around the map, delivering resources to building sites, and then erecting said buildings brick by brick, plank by plank, slowly, steady and without fail. Also, I just love how chains of supply and demand were made in it, it's a classic. Yeah, this sick tune comes from Pinball Fantasies, arguably the best 2D pinball on DOS. Arguably, cause you're welcome to argue for another title and you'll be wrong. Either way, 4 amazing tables, fantastic soundtrack and more ways to score huge points than in any other game made Pinball Fantasies a premier title in the genre of the mid-90s. The Stones and Bones table from which the music is coming from may not be my fave, but I cannot not appreciate how cool it sounds. I often use intros to games as background footage for intros to my videos, and Frontier is probably one I've used the most. It may just be a MIDI tune, but I can't think of a more epic music to get immersed in this sandbox space opera. Also, just look at it. It's non-stop action and portrays what you'll be doing in the game perfectly. You'll trade, you'll hunt pirates, or become one of them, you'll take espionage or rescue missions, you'll mine and, well, you'll do it all and more to a super fun soundtrack. Next to Mordor Depths of Degenol and the original Diablo, First Fallout has probably the best soundtrack out of all mid-90s PC RPGs. Sure, perhaps it's not the liveliest of musics, but you have to agree that it fits to the post-apocalyptic setting of the game. Game that on the surface may be all about seeking for the water chip to save your vault, when in reality it's all about survival, how people are coping in harsh times, and what mark you leave on the wasteland and its future. SimCity 2000's music never fails to bring a smile to my face. It's a fantastic light and super fun soundtrack that fits perfectly to equally as amazing spreadsheet simulator. I mean, it may have graphics, and pretty nice ones at that too, but in the end, it's all about balancing of your city's growth, its requirements and your budget. It may sound boring when I compare it to one of the most blunt pieces of software ever made, but whomever played it can attest how genuinely amazing game it was. I'm sure that all of you got this one right. The Secret of the Monkey Island is such an iconic title that I doubt that anyone watching my videos haven't at least heard about it. I mean, I try to stick it into as many videos as I can, so at the very least you had to hear on the channel. Either way, the story of Guybrush Threepwood, a wannabe pirate goof and passionate lover extraordinaire, is so charming, unique and fun that you just can't not love the game. This would probably be the most difficult one to guess for me, as I was never an avid RTS gamer. It goes without saying though that Warcraft 2 has a memorable soundtrack. And it should, as it's a very important game in the genre. It introduced or polished many of the now staple concepts and mechanics, had two very distinctive and differently playing sides, and was the forefather of the future's biggest MMORPG hit, World of Warcraft. I freaking love Colonization soundtrack. I mean, sure, it was way better on the Amiga, and those who've heard it can attest to that, but this PC rendition is fantastic too. I enjoy listening to it on its own, but it also fits perfectly to colonization's new world discovery, colony expansions, and dealing with natives and other European powers theme. It's a strategy like no other, and it deserves a musical arrangement that's one of a kind too. Luckily, it got just that. You know, I've heard Stance's main tune more than I'm willing to admit. I've spent entire summers as a kid playing it with a friend for hours on end and always had a blast. It's an instant earworm and its fast and energetic makeup fits for the high adrenaline stunt track racing that the game is known for. It's a pity that you don't get to hear it while driving and that it only greets you in the menus, but at least you know exactly what to expect when it hits the speakers at full volume. Doom didn't only start with explosive gore in super fun demon annihilation gameplay, it also started with a banging soundtrack. And the first tune that tickles your earholes while setting your foot in the overrun by Hellspawn complex is just perfect. It's loud, it's fast, and it's pumping. It may be a MIDI only, but it's peak MIDI. Very few tracks in other games manage to fit so well to the on-screen action, and Doom's doesn't let go for a second. Same way the game does not. I might have heard Mortal Kombat soundtrack in the arcades first and then on the Amiga, but PC's rendition of the famous intro tune is really good too. It starts with a melody that doesn't sound like something that should accompany broken limbs or heads pulled off of bodies along with their spines, and yet it gets there. The individual tracks in this iconic fighter are all as good, and the entire music design is among the best on PC. You know, for a second there, I toyed with an idea of having 3 different Commander King games here and having you pick one, but that would make me an ass. And a big one at that. So instead, I've settled for other light-hearted platformers so to make it challenging, but not impossible. And King 4 is as good as the tune you're listening to. I mean, it shouldn't be a surprise, after all he did save the galaxy more than once, so the music to his games had to be great. Do you know how to tell that your sci-fi strategy tactics RPG mixture has a timeless soundtrack? when it's released 32 years later, sequel of a sequel of a sequel of a sequel includes the very same soundtrack as an extra option because that's what the fans of the game wanted. And 2016's XCOM 2 sure does. Both games are about repelling of the alien invaders who attempt to take over the world, and both are incredibly playable, demanding and rewarding. So, how did you do? Did you get them all? I'm sure you did, but even if somehow you didn't, I hope that it was at least fun. Make sure to let me know in the comments below as I can make a follow-up. I mean, that is if you want me to. Either way, pause here to check your scores, like the video if you did, hit subscribe and bell to never miss an upload, and most importantly, thanks for watching, take care of yourself, and I'll talk to you soon.